I'm looking at another Fibble. This is the game that's just like Wordle, but on every row, one of the clues is a lie. They're showing us with handy. Now, I'd like those 3 yellows to all be true, but I think that's going to be tricky with the Y. Oh, man. D something AYS or well, ladies, except that's not how you spell ladies, but I could try it. Okay, yeah, because it's IES. But something like that. Or we could do oh no, well that doesn't work anyways because of the A. Oh, and if they're true, right. If they're true, then we have to have an H or an N. Because I was gonna say you could do something like yards, but of course the A and the D are both in the same position. I think we're gonna have to we can do the ADY, but I think one of them is gonna have to be a lie because it's maybe the Y is a lie because it's supposed to be green. Let's go with that. But something today would work. Okay, nice. Well, one of the A's is a lie, one of the Y's is a lie. Everything else has to be true. So we either have an A or a Y, but not both, and we definitely have a D. Maybe let's go with this and have the no Y. And so then it would just be new letters. Otherwise, we could do drain. No, we can't do drain. We can do drawl. That would work. Okay. No contradictions there. We already knew there was a D. So it can't be DR. And if there's an A, it can't be second. We make the let's do like RD. We could do ARD. That would work. But then we'd need new letters, so we can't do like award because we can't do the W. We could do beard. That would work. Okay. Wow, that was really good. So the E can't be the lie, right? Because it would have to be beard. So that has to be true. One of these A's is a lie, so there's definitely an R. If we could do this with the B could be the lie. We could do new letters otherwise. But what would that be? Can't do shard because there's no H. Chard. Oh, man, it's got to be. You can't do award. It's got to be like a double consonant. Otherwise, if it's not ARD, then the B has to be true. What if you did BRA? No, you can't do the A if you're doing the R second. But we know there is a D and we know there is an R. But if you did BR, then there would be no A. Well, you could do, but the R would have to be right. If you do an R second, there also has to be an R fourth. So that's not going to work. So you can't do an R second. And we know there is an R, so this has to be true. So if this were a lie, the rest of these would have to be true. You'd have to do the R second, and that doesn't work. So this has to be true. The D, if this was a lie, we know there is a D. It couldn't be third, but it also couldn't be first because you have the B, and it can't be BD, so that's got to be true. So it's either the B or the A that's the lie. If you do this, if there's no A, then there has to be a Y. But I don't think that works. You could also do this. No, you can't, because we can't put the A second. If there is an A, it can't be second. So I think this has to be the lie. I think it has to be this. But, oh, you, guard. Guard. I was thinking double consonant or a vowel at the beginning. Should have thought of that earlier. All right. Well, we got there in the end. Only 4 guesses. Took more thinking than it should have, but that's all right. Let me know how your solve of this puzzle went. And of course, be sure to subscribe for more.